Hi guys, my name is Jayla, and my favorite teacher was my third grade teacher, and her name was Miss Sayre, or Mrs. Andrade. She actually got married the year she was teaching me. And I value her because she taught me the beauty in my individuality as a learner, and also how to bring together structure and creativity to create a really, really good learning environment. So a little backstory on how she became my favorite teacher. In a lot of schools, they have a gifted and talented program. I took that test in second grade and I got put into the program. Little did I know that I messed up on my Scantron. I skipped a line. All of my answers should have been correct, but I did skip a line, so they were wrong. So I guess my teacher had to say, like, oh no, she's super smart. Look, the answers were right. Put her in the GATE classes. And the teacher that I had in third grade found out this information. And one day, when I was in her class, I was not thriving in her rigid and structured environment. I had a lot of ADHD, and she was just talking the whole period, and that was just not a cohesive learning environment for me. I needed more collaboration and kind of just to be able to get my thoughts out. And she got upset with me that I was talking during class. She told me to stay after, and she told me maybe if I just focused more and put more attention to detail, that I would be successful in class and that everyone wouldn't have to prove to the principal that I deserved to be in her class and that I was smart enough. So my mom got wind of this and was super upset. She took me out of her class, but little did I know this was going to change my life. My mom was on the verge of putting me on medication for ADHD, but that didn't end up happening because of Miss Sayre and the way that she ran her learning environment. So she was most notably my favorite teacher because she saw me beyond my ADHD. She didn't try to fix me or force me into the rigid structures of school, like no talking the whole time. She really kind of created an environment that accepted collaboration, and even my vices, she turned them into strengths. She embraced my individuality. I really liked her classroom because it was super bright and colorful, but it wasn't overwhelming. We knew where things were, and it was like decorated to a T. It looked super nice and super organized, but still very colorful and stimulating. And this goes along with Piaget's theory that students gain knowledge by interacting with their surroundings. We definitely had a lot of those like different blocks that you use for math or different books that we could read. She had a reading corner in her classroom. And I believe she had, like, Play-Doh and stuff we could play with. And that really helped me in my environment. It was both an environment that was safe, predictable, but also still fun and exciting and very interactive. And that empowered us to be strong learners. Another thing that she did was give us independent work time, and as a student with ADHD, this really helped me. I was able to read or work on homework that I hadn't quite understood, and this was her scaffolding our learning. She called us to work on it independently, and then if we needed help, she would be there for us and be there to ask us guiding questions. She wouldn't necessarily tell us the answer, but she might give us like a little hint here or there and help us. And that also just goes along with Vygotsky's zone of proximal development theory, that we're working independently, but she stays nearby to scaffold our learning. Another example of scaffolding that she did in her classroom was she assigned us class jobs, and it taught us a lot about being social. Piaget did say that learning is very social, or was it It was Vygotsky that said that. Learning is very social. And we were able to learn by doing and also just collaborate with each other and bounce off of each other. And she scaffolded us because obviously we didn't know how to do some of these jobs, but we were learning, and she was there alongside us to kind of help us and teach us through these things. So Miss Sayre's class really stuck out to me and changed my life because she wasn't just worried about teaching content. She was worried about teaching us how to be good humans and how to collaborate with each other and exist in a classroom space. She respected our individuality. She created lots of opportunity for hands-on learning, collaboration, and she accepted us for who we are and put us into roles in the classroom that would highlight our strengths instead of try to suppress them. She gave us freedom and choices, and we had to take ownership of our learning And she just made me feel very seen, heard, and capable of being a smart student. And because of her, I didn't end up being medicated on ADHD. I'm still in contact with her. I graduated high school with a 4.2 GPA. I was super, super successful. And I'm so grateful that she believed in me, even when other teachers and even my mom to an extent didn't. And I was really able to be successful because of the way that she saw me and the way that she ran her classroom. So thank you guys so much.